Prompt number 6 is describe a topic, idea, or concept you find so engaging that it makes you lose track of time. Why does it captivate you? What or who do you turn to when you want to learn more? Now, this is where, going into an intellectual topic, this is probably the most intellectual or major friendly of the essays. Now, the thing you want to be careful with here is you don't want to get into something that is too broad. Just saying you want to, you find physics so engaging, that's not necessarily that strong of a response to this essay. You want to dive much deeper in. You want to dive into a specific concept or a specific sort of thought. So one example could be if you're someone who's interested in urban planning, talking about roundabouts and talking about the concept of roundabouts and why you find them so interesting, right? Because roundabouts have kind of this, obviously, this urban planning lens where a lot of people have looked at their efficacy and they found that they're more effective. But a lot of people also, there's also like other elements like cultural factors. So why are there fewer roundabouts in the United States? And why are there, if there are roundabouts, why do they tend to be in places like, New Jersey or Massachusetts or in sort of the Northeast, but not in the rest of the country? What's going on there? There's a cultural element. There's a historical element. There's a lot of stuff that goes into the seemingly simple topic of roundabouts. And it's a great way to show that you're someone who's intellectually curious, you're someone who's passionate, you're someone who's interdisciplinary, right? Those are some of the things that you can do with this prompt, right? And it is also an opportunity to show your passion and use beautiful descriptive writing. But you must address why the idea captivates you, not just say that it is interesting, right? And one way of doing this is often to play off of your senses and your feelings, right? You're excited to drive around roundabouts and you really enjoy the smoothness of the experience. Or in the case of my family's living experience in New Jersey when I went to high school, right? The roundabout was actually the most dangerous place. It was actually a place of fear when you were first learning how to drive, because that roundabout was where a lot of accidents happened, right? It was 15, 20 minutes from my house. So this is where, again, tying it back to that personal lens and that personal connection is super powerful, right? Now, you can dive into an academic topic that's purely academic, but you want to be careful not to get too focused on the topic. And you ideally want to show a personal connection or a higher level intellectual element or abstraction that you find interesting. And you again, like I said earlier, you want to pick a topic that's one layer deeper than the subject, i.e. market monetarism or monetary policy instead of just economics, right? Finally, you have prompt number 7, which is share an essay on any topic of your choice. It can be one you've already written, one that responds to a different prompt, or one of your own design. Now, this prompt is the highest risk and highest reward of the essay prompts, right? Because it gives you the flexibility to write about whatever the heck you want. But on the flip side, it does carry more risk because it's easier to fall flat. Now, keep in mind a couple things. First of all, you're still trying to achieve the same goals as with other essays, right? So one recommendation I have if you're going to do prompt 7 is write an essay that conveys the things that you want it to convey. And just forget about what prompt you're responding to. Just write an essay that conveys the things about you as a person that you want to be conveyed. And then later you can decide what prompt you're going to put against that, or whether you're just going to submit that essay independent of the prompt. But I would strongly suggest writing this essay first and then figuring out what the prompt is going to be second, not the other way around. And so, like I said earlier, this is often one of the best prompts for unconventional structures, and it must still address who you are as a person today.